Running back, running back. Running back, running back. A dying breed of fantasy football drafters because people are trying to drown out the logical. We're going to go against the grain this year. Not every time. We're a best player available community, no doubt about it. But we will be often drafting RB. As people go running from the RB approach, we will be running in toward the flames, toward the fire, against traffic. And we're going to try it on an underdog draft tonight here using promo code Smitty. So file on in if you want to be a part of the underdog drafts tonight. Code Smitty gets it done. The link I'll drop in the live chat if you're watching. I am streaming tonight on Twitter and Instagram, but only to Instagram for just a little bit because you can't watch the draft or be interactive. So my people on IG, which it looks like we have about, 15 to 20 people in and out on IG. Make sure you get on over to the YouTube channel. We're drafting running back if best player available will allow it. And if it doesn't, we're still having the conversation. We don't just do drafts here. Oh, we're just going to go into draft mode. Full screen. Here's the board. Watch this boring draft that only 12 people are doing. And the rest of you are just like, well, what do we do now? You call in. You bring up topics. We discuss a specific topic. And tonight it is running back, the fantasy football show. Graveyard edition begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks. You're watching a
Graveyard Stream.
You are watching a Graveyard Stream, ladies and gentlemen, and tonight's topic is going to be RB. Along with best player available, we always talk about that, but you're getting spoon-fed some stuff in the industry, some copy and paste and follow the leader, and just everybody copycat each other into this wide receiver, especially in best ball. No one's saying wide receiver isn't valuable. I'm not a moron, okay? But we are here to understand that you don't have to draft off last year's data and be a slave to the data. You can come out here and try and go against the traffic, against the grain, and land some of the wide receivers that are values and come away with, maybe you have a DK Metcalf as your wide receiver 1 and a Keon Coleman as your 2, and so on and so on. Who's to say you can't smash your league mates based on this year's stats? Why are we going off last year's stats? We're going to attack it. It's not always the way to go. Best player available is always the way to go. But what doors does that lead you down? Do you go down the road of best player available that opens that door, that sub door, down to running back? Or are you a slave to the data and you say, got to go wide receiver, 5 out of the next 7 rounds. The data told me, the data says the likelihood of you doing this, blah, 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 blah. We're not falling victim to that. And we're getting into the drafts. Let me end the stream on Instagram just so you guys know to go over to the YouTube channel. Instagram, get on over to YouTube, youtube.com/The Fantasy Football Show. Links in the bio. All right, later, Instagram. Appreciate you. Sorry to drop you off, but there's no way they're going to be able to see the draft given the landscape mode. All right, so let's get into a draft here in a second. I think we might go into weeklies. I think we do a weeklies draft. Let me drop the link right now for Underdog Fantasy. Let me pin that link in the live chat. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty gets it done. Jump into the draft. There's the link. Boom. Dropped it. There it is. Jump in. Underdog will match your first deposit 50%. So if you drop 100, they'll give you 50. If you drop the minimum of $10, they'll give you $5, and you'll be able to get in to a draft of this right now. I'm going to open up the Underdog app. I'm going to swipe over to the weeklies. Don't click anything yet. Wait 1 second. Once I have weeklies pulled up, I will tell you to punch the green button. Weekly winners, $10 entries. The whole thing about weekly winners is you're trying to win 1 week. Doesn't matter. There's no playoffs. Week 7 has nothing to do with week 1. Week 16 has nothing to do with week 10. You can literally have your entire team suspended for 16 straight weeks, the entire team. In week 17, they can come back. If you score the highest amount of points out of everybody in the entire field, you win first place, $20K. Second place, $10K. Third place, I believe, is $9, then $8K, then $7K, and so on. Hit the green button now. There's a YouTube delay. I'm going to hit the green button in slightly less time. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Smash it. Get into the draft. Let me load the draft and put it on screen. Again, I'm going to attempt to go RB. If the draft and best player available will allow it. Let's see here. Load draft. Weekly winners. I think we're good to go. No, that's a 10-hour timer. Where is this draft? I should have this draft. I can pull it up on the screen in a second. Let me just see if I can find it. Where are we at? Weekly winners. Team full. I don't know. It's going to take a second for my desktop version to... It's caching some shiat here. I joined on my phone. There we go. Weekly winners starting in about 15 seconds. Here's the draft board. Putting it on screen. Oh, your boy got the pick number 10. This could work really well for RB. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes the draft slot's not very conducive to getting RB. Sometimes the draft slot has a lot to do with going RB or not. Rockouts in the 1 pick. Appreciate you, Rockout. Sean with the $2 holler. Now, nobody go just sniping everybody and stop reaching and don't. Remember, your boy's trying to show you running back. So if everybody starts trying to go that route at the same time, it's not going to work. you gotta let the draft come to you, and I'm not going to force it if it's not there. So if you all go RB, I want to go wide receiver, just because I'm not going to waste a $10 draft. Not that I care about $10, but I care about the chance of winning 20K. I'm not going to waste a chance at 20K to try and force something. That's the whole nature of my show and my approach. It's always best player available. It's always detour, adjust and adapt, and I will do the exact same thing. I don't care if my live stream is titled running back. I am here living proof that I will adjust and adapt if need be, because that's how we roll. All right, Tyreek Hill. Chad goes, I'm on Ross St. Brown. Harrison's in the building with the Bijan, Troy. Then we got, who's this? Miles. Then we got Superfish. Then myself. Then Ray G. Okay. All right. Dial into the show if you guys want to have a conversation. I'm on the clock right now. Of course, you guys just go all RB. This is why it's really hard to deploy this with you guys in here. Damn it, you guys consuming all the RBs. This is weekly, so we'll go Barkley here. I don't mind going Barkley. Remember, we're trying to. This is when sometimes your boy joins a draft before I start the live stream, because we got to make sure we don't just all try to implement what in the hell I'm talking about, and then none of us can do anything. But I almost went wide receiver because AJ Brown's a damn good pick there. But I'm fine in weeklies deploying Barkley there. Barkley's it's a high pick, but I like it. It's in weeklies, it's fine. Barkley's gonna have a freaking baller season. It's gonna be an unbelievable year for Saquon Barkley, so I'm completely fine with it. But I do think I'll be able to manage a running back potential approach here. If I don't, I'll detour. If let's say, let's see, Anthony, appreciate you. Smitty got a lot of these people a little bit to try and do. Let's go. It's weeklies. Even like, someone like Henry, you contemplate here. I'm gonna go Achane here. And remember, Achane's got a much higher ADP in weeklies. His ADP was within 1 to 4 spots from right there. This is not a reach for Achane. Kyron, that was a little bit of a reach, but he is going in the 12 or the 14, 15, 16, even 13 range. Kyron's not a third rounder in weeklies. Weeklies is all about smashing the hell out of 1 week. Just 1 week you can win 20K. So this seems to be par for the course. I like this right here. Weeklies, I love Saquon and weeklies, so I'm fine with this. I wanted Kyron, but I'm still very, very happy with the Saquon and Achane double RB weekly smash. Sean says, is it good time for a Dynasty team starters review? Is it a good time? Well, Sean, anytime you drop a super chat, it's always fine, bro. I can squeeze it in, no problem whatsoever, my guy. $5 hauler, Mahomey, Bijan, Mostert, I assume. Or no, Bijan Mustard. You're just saying Bijan Mustard. Bijan Mustard, Saquon. I believe that is Cooper, probably, right? That you have there. Scary Terry, Laporta, Henry, Coleman, Hollywood, JD5, Bowers, Vidal. It's a good squad. Mahomes, Bijan, you can't go wrong with that. Barkley, I love, even though he's a little older. He's got a year to 2 years. You don't have much more time than that. It's still a fantastic move, especially the value you get him in a draft. Laporta's fantastic. The receivers, look, you're going to be dependent on Coleman becoming a stud. You got JD5. I think you got some maneuverability later to trade for a wide receiver too, but Thomas Jr. is really nice. To be honest with you, between Coleman and Thomas Jr., I think you do land an absolute top 15 wide receiver. I truly do. So I think you'll be okay. Scary Terry, it's a good squad. There's nothing wrong with it. This is a team that can both win now and in the future. So I like it, bro. Daddy Dennis, you can see last year's lineups on the app, says Travis. Smitty with the Dirty Harry draft. Brandon says Hall and Taylor, great start as well. I don't mind that at all. That's definitely a good one. But nice team on the Dynasty team, bro. I really like Mahomes and Bijan and Laporta. That's a damn fine trio. And you still got great value with Saquon, McLaurin, BT, Coleman. Do I want you to try and trade into one more big name player? Yeah, I do. That's my nature. My nature is to never stop working, never stop trying to make a trade, but you got a really good team. I like it a lot. You did good. You did good. Rock Out says, Smitty, you can't go running back with the megaphone voice. Appreciate your Rock Out dropping the first super chat of the night. I somehow skipped over that one. Rock Out, thank you, pal. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. Rock Out, Sean, and Anthony dropping fire here on the channel. John says, Smitty, at what point are you not cutting guys in redraft and best ball? At what point are you not cuffing? Sorry. By the time I brought it on screen, it was a lot bigger. My other list of super chats and combos is a lot smaller. So cuffing. This is John. I go over this a lot. There's no you cuff or you don't cuff. Like, that's the problem with people with this blanket statement type content. What are you talking about? Cuff or not cuff? Like, not you, John, but it's all case by case. It's all case by case. You either cuff because it's good for that specific duo, or you don't. There's no you just cuff everybody. That's not how it works. That's not how you do it. That's not how Dad did it. It's not how America does it. You cuff when it makes sense, my guy. That's it. Plain and simple. Best tournaments for beginners, probably the marathon, because it's total points. You don't have to worry so much about some of the finer details. Man, that sucks that I had Hurts get snagged right from under me there. Let's see here. I really like going little Tank Dell right here. A little earlier than I want. I'd love to try and push it, but I think because I got Ray G sitting there and another sniper at the 12, I can't risk it, and that's the guy I want. That's the wide receiver 1 that I need. So I'm gonna go with that. I did like Laporta. That's a nice pick, but I couldn't risk it. There's still plenty of opportunity to get some other players that I think Tank Dell I couldn't replace. Lamar Jackson, Kyron, and Marvin, those are 3 really, really good weekly players. I like that. And Mark Andrews, pretty good. You're stacking Lamar and Andrews there. That's not bad. Ray G's got A.J. Brown, Puka Nacua, Sam Laporta. I like the squad so far. Ray G looks pretty solid, my guy. I like it. Ray might be shopping for an RB at this point. He went wide receiver. I think he heated the road so Smitty could do I like that ETN. That's a nice selection there, pal. Very, very good job. I'm tempted to go Neighbors here. I'm going to cue him in case I time out, because that's a really solid. Man. I'm going to do it. I'm going triple RBs, baby. I'm going with the flex already. Pacheco, look, I love it. Triple RB. Deal with it. Don't like it, your problem, not mine. I've got some massive scores here from a weekly perspective. Look at that. Barkley, Achane, Pacheco going against the grain. Rebel without a cause. Outlaw season.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
You know, we've talked about the Wild Wild West and how, you know, we were going to bring that also to the Moon Man and the Wild Wild West. We're doing that now. Outlaw season. It's all about being an outlaw right now here on the channel. And we're going to outlaw this. This running back there's been a sign posted. No running back in town limits. We're outlaws. We don't listen.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. Nobody listen. No wearing the guns inside city limits. We don't listen.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Yep. All right. Yeah, but anyways, John, you don't just cuff everybody. It's situational. Okay. I got Brees at the 10 in a recent draft. Didn't know whether to be happy or disappointed. I don't know why you would be disappointed, Mike. I don't know what in the hell does this comment even mean? Happy or disappointed? Why would you be disappointed? Happy or disappointed? Who would be disappointed? Bijan, Saquon, and Kyron. My first three. Nice. I'm doing it live. Kincaid's a nice pick by Miles. I like that. Kincaid, Hurts, JT, Brees Hall. Okay. I like where you're headed with that. Disappoint. Okay, so Mike's saying he's disappointed people let him fall up that far. You mean because it just, rubs you the wrong way? He's not getting the respect. I can respect that, Mike. I can respect that. I just wasn't sure where you were headed with that. I just did the running back strategy in my mock in my team today. It looked incredible. That because Shamrock, you're watching the right channel. You're watching the right channel. You're watching. Let me put this board on my screen here so that we can make sure we're not missing a pick here. Hold on. Let me just grab this board. Let me copy it. Let me put it over here. Okay, now we can talk. Bring it in. That's because, my guy, you're watching the correct channel. You're watching the channel that's not scared. A scared Scotty to put out content that is around running back right now in the best ball environment. It is blasphemy to the best football environment. The best ball critics out there are going nuts right now, saying this guy is telling people to go RB. What's he trying to do? This loose cannon, this outlaw. It's outlaw season on the channel. It's outlaw season.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's do it live. Yeah, AR5 win. I would have loved AR5 with this next pick, but I wasn't going to be so lucky. That would have been unreal. If he fell. I would have been to the moon and back. To the moon, back, and then some. All right, let's go back to the big board and take a look at it. Phone lines are open if anybody wants to dial into the show.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Outlaw season. Oh, I'm on the clock. Jeez. I gotta go. CJ Stroud here. That's great. That's fantastic value. Barkley, Achane, Tank Dell, Pacheco, CJ Stroud. Oh, this loose cannon hasn't even got another wide receiver yet. That's right. We're doing it, and we're doing it live, is what we're doing. Okay? Outlaw season in effect. Kyler Murray, it's a good pick. It's a really nice pick. I don't mind that pick at all. Don't mind that pick at all, my guy. Joe Burrow, nice pick. It's a nice pick this late. We're going to go with my wild man, Keon Coleman, as my risky wide receiver 2. Blow-up weeks in full effect. Tank Dell, Keon Coleman, this wild man going with this. Oh, ew, those wide receivers, as that caller said the other night, or the chatter. Ew, ew to your wide receivers. All right, here we go. We're going to smash the hell out of touchdowns in this weeklies. Keep in mind, this is a weekly winner. Weekly winner. We got Tank Dell and Stroud cuffed. We've got, it's hilarious. The guy that said, ooh, it was like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? I've got CJ Stroud, and remember, this is weekly winner. Weekly winner. CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, Coleman, Achane, Pacheco, Saquon. All I got to do is get these guys to come together for 1 week. Smash. Gronk smash it and get 20K. Let's roll. Let's roll. Would McBride have been a good pick there? Yeah. I mean, if he had lasted, yeah, that would have been good. He went in the 4th round though. But McBride at the Pacheco pick would have been it would have been fine. That would have been crazy. The fact that I got CJ Stroud so late with Tank Dell cuffed, it's unbelievable. That's a solid like cuffing in that territory. Talking about pick 58. Talking about almost the 6th round. And Keon Coleman is one of my favorite 7th round picks, but 6th round, I like as well if need be. He's pretty good there. He's pretty good there. Let's see what else we can cook up here. See, Travis is calling in here. Phone lines are open if anybody wants to dial in. What's up, Travis? You're live.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. It's an interesting build here. Forcing the RB, but it was acceptable. I love the look of it so far. It's an interesting build for sure. Saquon Barkley, Achane, and Pacheco. I mean, I'm going to be smashing the hell out of the RB.
Yeah, that's strong.
And I like having my flex be an RB every time, especially this year.
I've always liked that.
But Tank Dell and Keon Coleman's pretty damn good.
That's why I don't like. I understand they go 3 wide receivers, but you can just, if you draft right, you can use 3 running backs too. So I never quite got the, I know it leans wide receiver, so that's why we always draft, an extra wide receiver.
You like Rome Odunze here or JSN in weeklies?
Ooh, I think they're both gonna have big weeks. I might go Rome, but they're a 50-50.
I'm gonna go JSN because I feel like I'm gonna get more shots at him being ready, and because it's a crowded room in Chicago, so I know it's kind of crowded in Seattle too, but I also think that Lockett's not going to necessarily. Who else do you
have? Oh, well, you got Coleman too, so the rookie.
Yeah, I like this team though. These wide receivers are pretty crafty. I love the fact that I have Dell and CJ Stroud. That was wild that Stroud fell that far.
Yeah, I like that.
That was pretty good.
Another thing with Odunze is, like, I think he probably has a chance to have more weeks where he hits like a floor. Where, like, I think JSN has a good chance to be like a safe receiver every single week. So even if, like, I know it's weekly, so you need everyone to kind of go off, but I think there's going to be a lot of weeks where even if JSN doesn't go off, he still has,
Yeah.
50 yards.
I could go
McConkey, something like that.
I could go McConkey, Najee. I think I'm going to go Rome here. Because I think between Rome and Keon Coleman and JSN, I have at least one.
I like doing that too.
Very surprising performer.
Well, that's another thing where when people say, "Oh, like you do it, I do it," some other people do it. You're taking too many rookies. You're taking too many, guys that haven't broken out yet. And it's like, if you take 3 or 4 of them, 1 or 2 are going to break out.
This is the best rookie wide receiver class to bank on. Like, you're going to bank on rookie wide receivers. Do it in this class. But the thing that's so amazing to me is, like, I'm not saying these teams that have wide receivers aren't great. I love the 5 spots wide receivers. Like, he didn't waste picks on these guys just to take the position. Like Amon-Ra, Drake London, Devontae Smith, even Pittman. Those are good picks. I don't mind those. But James Cook, Stevenson, I mean, he's not coming close to my running back production. The question will be, yes, Amon-Ra, Drake London, Devontae Smith, and Pittman, are they better than my wide receivers? Yes, but are they proportionately better comparatively to my quarterback and CJ Stroud, who could have 40 to 45 passing touchdowns and 5,000 yards? Are his running backs comparatively proportionally equivalent to my RBs in considering his wide receiver difference? I don't think so. I don't think it's even close. Barkley, Achane, Pacheco. I think Dell, Keon Coleman, JSN, and Dunze are going to be quietly lethal considering the RBs. I like this team. Not my favorite.
That's the thing is, someone can smash on the wide receivers and then only have go light on running back, so they don't hit on running backs as often, and they only take 1 or 2 tight ends and they get injuries, and then they're done. So balance always makes sense, and like you said, with a lot of times you can dominate that running back position and then proportionately beat people out of other positions too.
This is from Navage, $5 hauler, Dynasty Superflex, any moves. Burrow, Love, great quarterback crew. Gibbs, Kyron, love it. Corum, nice job. DK, Dell, Cup, man, that's really good. Likely, Andrews, very, very good. Suggestions, not really, man. I mean, unless you're upgrading Burrow, into AR5, which honestly I think is an upgrade. That's just me. Unless you're upgrading him into Hurts or Josh Allen, and how you doing that? First rounders, probably. There's not a lot I would move here. Andrews, upgrade Andrews into maybe a Kincaid or a McBride, using for a first rounder. Upgrading, I like Kyron and Gibbs. I don't touch that. So upgrading Andrews using a first rounder, upgrading maybe Cooper Kupp into a better wide receiver using a first rounder, and upgrading one of the quarterbacks into a Mahomes, or especially Josh Allen right now seems to be like dipping a little bit because people are just thinking he doesn't have the weapons, which is why we've been hammering home Keon Coleman all week. But those are all moves I would make, and to be honest with you, that's probably the only place I would take it, because I like DK, I like Dell, I like everything else that you got, bro. You got Andrews and Likely, though. It's pretty nice. You don't have to move them if you don't.
He's got
the right deal.
Any cuffed Corum, and then another sneaky kind of cuff is JSN with DK. I like doing that. I like having that on teams too, because you kind of guarantee you get the guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Benson here to get myself that top 10 running back, and I hope someone calls in or says something about that. Oh, top 10 running. Benson's gonna be a monster, and this is weekly, so I can wait on him.
He's gonna get ranked there.
I can wait on him. He might not be a top 10 running back on the season, but he will be in weeklies per start once he gets in there. And the fact that I have Saquon, Achane, Pacheco, and Benson, I'm freaking set. I've got the running back situation on lock. I'm doing amazing things here.
People, I get scoffed at when I talk about different people, Benson and Brooks. They're like, oh well, Connor and Brooks is hurt. don't touch them. And it's like, yeah, but by the end of the year, these guys are going to be being ranked in the top 10.
Do I go Shakir?
Top 12.
Do I go Shakir so I have that? I think maybe. Do I go 80 Mitchell or Shakir? Got about 7 seconds.
Go for the
think I'm
Shakir, Schaefer, 80 Mitchell. You know.
I'll do it so I can cuff. I most likely. I mean, could Samuel be the guy? Maybe, but I'm most likely going to have a wide receiver in Coleman and Shakir that's like a 80 and a touch or 70 and a touch, like almost every week.
Right. That's the only reason why I said
if
that.
I get it right.
80 Mitchell would have been 80 Mitchell. You're hoping he takes
like
the number one spot.
I like him, but yeah, I think it's a nice move in weeklies. Weeklies is I got a weeklies team with Josh Allen, Shakir, Curtis Samuel, Kincaid, and Coleman. Finally, I got all. So Kincaid, the tight end, I got all three wide receivers. I got Josh Allen, and then I think it's Christian McCaffrey and Kamara, and so I've got the entire. Now who's my other receiver in that? I showed it to you just a little bit ago, didn't I?
Yeah, I got it right here.
I think I can pull it up real quick. It's fine.
It's Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I got Cooper Kupp. So that's that weeklies. I love that.
Oh, and you have Brian Thomas as well.
Yeah. So to have that entire Bills arsenal, you're almost guaranteed somebody's scoring a touchdown and has got 70, 80 yards. And if you have, I think between Shakir and Coleman, you're probably getting that guy. But what's up, Cap? Cap.
Josh Allen's falling off.
What's up, Cap?
Smitty!
What's up?
Nothing much, man. Hey, man, thank you for the late night stream, man, because you had me intrigued with the Saquon and A-Chain scenario, but I'm trying to see if that's possible with me trying to acquire a Shakir, but first overall, I would probably go after Amra and then go after Saquon, then A-Chain, then Shakir. Do you think that's something that might fall into place in those draft positions in those rounds, or do you think I'm just reaching with Shakir?
Shakir's in the 10th round, bro. I just drafted him. You just saw me draft him in round 10. What are you talking about, 4th round? You're not 1 round early. You're not 2 rounds early. You're not 3 rounds early. You're not 4. you're 6 rounds early, my guy. What are you doing?
Okay, that's why I'm asking, because I'm not doing draft simulators right now, so I'm just trying to find out the order where Shakir would fall. So you're saying 10?
Yeah. We're talking 10, bro.
Okay, so
yeah.
But you're saying that Shakir aspect is something to look into late in the rounds for sure. That's what you're saying.
Well, look at the guy took in round 6, bro. Coleman. So Coleman's my
Coleman. Okay, let me write this down. Coleman's number 1 there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And Brandon says put some respect.
But dark horse wise, don't go rookie receiver in those 10s. Try to go after a Shakir second receiver aspect. Okay, got you. Okay.
I don't know what you said about
as
rookie.
far as A-Chain, what round do you think A-Chain will fall more or less?
A-Chan. Put some respect on his name. A-Chan. Not A-Chain.
A-Chan. What round do you think A-Chan would fall more or less?
He's in the 2nd round. He's at the tail end of the 2nd round. And are you in a mom and pop grandma league, nursing home? What are we talking about, bro? Where are you drafting?
Well, I mean, I don't know yet. I'm fishing for leagues right now, but like I said, I'm just doing reconnaissance right now.
Okay,
so I'm just,
gotcha.
like I said, if I start throwing names out there early, it's because I really don't know. But since you're telling me more or less go late in the rounds with these guys,
okay,
as opposed to rookie receivers, I'm looking into that.
I'll scroll up here. So A-Chan I took at number 15, but it's because it's weekly winners. You're trying to win 20K in one individual week. There's no playoffs. There's no accumulation of points. It's literally, can you get your team to be the best in the field any one week? Every single week, the first place person gets $20,000. So that's the goal.
Okay, so
hold on a second.
So with that
hold on a second. A-Chan's going to go higher in that format because he's a spike player. He's a pop-off player. So he's going to pop off more times. But so even if like Kyron's so injury prone, everybody is so scared of Kyron getting hurt. Kyron goes super high in weeklies because it doesn't matter if he was to get hurt necessarily even halfway through the season. You are expecting him to pop off, so he's a guy you're going to take for those pop-off weeks. But in a normal grandma league or ESPN league, you're going to have Achane fall to the 2-3 turn. You're going to have Kyron fall to the 3.1 to the 3.4. Or Kyron could go in the late second round. The more unaware people are, sometimes they take guys early like that. It's hard to know. You know, they're doing the right thing by taking them because we like them, but it's just, you know. Hold on one second. Do I go Schultz here? I could go Schultz here to cuff to. How we feeling about Schultz, boys?
I mean, I like him. He's gonna have some weeks for sure.
All right, let's go.
I don't know who else is out there for you.
Let's go Schultz. We'll cuff that up.
Who else is out there? Yeah.
Well, I don't want to talk out of. I already took him, so I'm just gonna leave
true.
it. But I was gonna go Musgrave. But Superfish just took Musgrave. But I like Schultz. I'm getting that coverage.
I like Schultz there.
You know, I got Tank Dell. I got Schultz. I got CJ Stroud. So. Yeah, bro, can I just be honest with you? And I don't mind answering questions, Cap, but you're asking me some vague stuff. Like, you got to just catch up on some shows. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're going to be able to use these questions to help guide you. There's too much noise in between, bro. Like, to be like, hey, do we take some?
No,
I get what you're
saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. But as far as weekly,
we need you to
like
catch
you
up.
said, from what you're saying on weekly, I can't take the gamble on Shakir in the fourth. It's weekly.
No,
That's what you're saying, as
bro,
opposed to, like,
no.
Use ADP to guide you.
Wrong. Muy mal.
Bro, would you, if I've got a $20 bill, are you going to give me a $100 bill? I'll trade you my $20 bill for your $100 bill. The $20 bill is looking good. You can't, bro. It doesn't matter how good Shakir could be. His ADP's in round 10. You know, even if it was to climb in weeklies a little bit and be different, you know that you're going to absorb that. You're going to try and navigate that. But like, what are we doing? You can't. You got to take guys around their value. Not saying use ADP and draft like a robot. I'm saying if you know Shakir's going to be there in 10 and you want to get a little spicy and take him in 9, well, now you know. You can do that. You can do that. But you take him at 4, you're going to get laughed at any draft room you're in. You might even get ESPN to think somebody hacked the account and they're going to refund all the money to everybody and go, some bozo got in here and started drafting Shakir in round 4. You know, you can't do that. You can't do that. You need to catch up on some shows, bro. Right. You need to catch up on some shows. Can I?
Yeah, I'm doing reconnaissance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So reconnaissance should be watching the show every day. That should be your new. That should be your new reconnaissance, bro. Okay. Also, go back and watch the beginning of today's show, the 8 p.m. show, where I take the best picks in every round. That's gonna really, really help kind of fast track you a little bit, bro.
So let me ask you this before I leave. So in the 4th, would you gamble on Waddle?
Waddle won't fall to the 4th, but yes, I would gamble on Waddle in the 4th if he fell there. I don't like him. He's going in 2. He's going in early 3. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of Waddle in the top like 30 overall. But if he fell to round 4, sure, I'm fine with that. Doesn't mean I would take him for sure though, bro. I don't care if he's sitting there at 4.5. Who's there? Who's there? Am I going quarterback here? Is Mahomes or Jalen Hurts or, you know, someone like that? Josh Jacobs? I mean, it just depends on what you need.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, brother, man. Thank you so much, man.
Hey,
I'm starting looking into the past episodes and start catching up, man.
Yeah. Just if anything, just start watching weekly and you'll get versed. You don't necessarily have to dig too much.
No, it's time, bro.
But watch today's 8 p.m. show and then if you got another question, call in. I'll be here for a little while longer, all right?
I'll be in the chat, man. Thanks a lot, man. Y'all be good.
Later, Cat. Appreciate you. I saved that man's life. I just saved that man's life. He almost drafted Shakir in round 4. Twice on the same call. He almost reverted back to Shakir in round 4 based on what I said. Let's see here. On the clock. Man. Let's go with I like Wicks here. I'm gonna take Wicks here.
Solid. Yeah.
My squad's looking pretty good. I've got CJ Stroud, Kirk Cousins. I got Barkley. I got Achane. I got Pacheco. I got Trey Benson. I got Tank Dell, Keon Coleman, JSN, Roma Dunze, Shakir, Dontavian Wicks, and Dalton Schultz. Pretty good.
I like it. Smitty, you can you calm these people down in the chat worrying that Stover or Revan Jordan are going to cut into Devin Schultz a lot?
I mean,
Dalton Schultz, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, they might get some receptions, but they just gave Dalton Schultz 3 years and $36 million.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I don't know what there would be to calm. Like that's like saying, "Hey, Smitty, can you calm down?" You know the
several people asking about it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to calm down there. There's nothing to worry about. You don't pay a guy money and then not use him. I think that, it comes down to health. Dalton's got to stay healthy. That's basically the bottom line for Dalton Schultz. He stays healthy, then, we got, let's go with, I'm going to time out here. I just got to take somebody. I wasn't paying attention. I took Braylon Allen. It's my final running back. That gives me a touchdown producing, threat. I think that's always good to have an end of your bench, a guy you feel like could get like 7 or 8 touchdowns without even being a starter. Like Braylon Allen's got 7 to 8 touchdown capability without touching Breece Hall's value, without being a starting running back. He's just got that appeal. So if I'm in a weeklies and I'm sitting there and I need some safe, I'm looking at my running back stable and I'm like, damn it, I'm hurt. I got a safe little like 9-point guy right here. Let's see here. Sniper Wicks. You out of pocket, says Harvest. You're out of pocket. You think I'm gonna leave? Okay, I don't. Let's see. So let me put my team on screen here. I'm gonna just review it real quickly. Here we go. Dropping it like it's hot. Here comes my squad. I think it's pretty good. Is it my best team I've ever assembled? No, but keep in mind it's weeklies, and weeklies has, it's not the same. The teams that I have in weeklies aren't always the teams that. Sorry, hold on one second. Let me drag that over. The teams in weeklies aren't always like it's not necessarily a team you would want in a best ball mania at all. I mean, sometimes, but it's all about winning one week. Stroud, Kirk Cousins, Saquon Barkley, Devon Achane, Pacheco, Trey Benson, Braylon Allen, Tank Dell, Keon Coleman, JSN, Roma Dunze, Shakir, Wicks, Schultz. Like it. What I would have loved to have done, but I couldn't really do it with this crew here. Not with these sniping individuals in here, is grab like Jalen Wright and cuff him and Mostert to Achane. Honestly, I think it's gold in weeklies because you're not worried about bye weeks. You're not worried about anything. You're worried about just, do you have the Dolphins running backs when 2 of them have 100 yards each and 5 total touchdowns? Because if you have that and you have Tua, like that, Tua and the Dolphins team is a nice team to have in weeklies. I think it's one of those rare birds that in a regular best ball tournament, or talking about best ball mania or marathon or anything, it's a little different. But in weeklies, that's an attractive team to load up on because they have those kinds of weeks. They just do. You doing another draft, not live, but I'll drop a private draft link for 11 of you to jump in real quick, and then it'll be a slow draft, but we'll throw that in there. But yeah, I really like the idea. Like my whole stacking Kyron, Corum, Wright, Mostert, and Achane, the 5. It's even better in weeklies. It really is better in weeklies. Now, you have to take them higher, though. You almost have to take them with your first and second round pick, though. Because you're gonna have to take, Kyron in round 1 and Achane in round 2. But it's worth it in weeklies. It's very much worth it in weeklies. Okay. I hate that you can't get them in a second and third in weeklies, but it just kind of reminds you how fortunate we are that we can get these guys later, though. in non-weeklies, you know.
Yeah.
Luke McCaffrey, Troy Franklin. You like Franklin or McCaffrey?
McCaffrey. I mean, no, Franklin. I meant to say Franklin.
That's right. I already selected.
I have
I like.
a lot of McCaffrey.
Yeah, I think McCaffrey's going to be pretty good. I think that he's going to be. They're going to find a role for him, and then once he gets settled, they'll use him a lot. And the thing is, though, Ayuk lands there. It's going to be different. It's going to be
right. I just said Franklin because I think he'll have a couple big weeks.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like Franklin better. I mean, I like McCaffrey better as a player, though. So.
I so don't trust Sean Payton. I just don't. I trust him very.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
All right, we're gonna go.
What I think I asked you this. Wait.
What?
I think I might have asked you this like a week or so ago, but in the chat again, Noah Fant, you don't see him as too much, right?
He's okay. There's
some people very high on him.
Yeah.
Like he's in a better system now, like Daddy Dennis mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah, he's solid.
I feel like he's one of these guys who just, year after year after year, people are waiting for him to break out. And I get he's been in some crap systems for tight ends and stuff, but like how long? And I guess he could pop off with a good year, but he's way down the list of guys I'm taking.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure at this point. I think Fance is like it comes down to the fact that there's just, when you're talking about best ball and you're drafting 3 tight ends, he makes a fantastic third tight end. Jelani Woods, Okonkwo, K-Dot, and Fant, sure. But I'm not. I could care less about Noah Fant in non-best ball. But he's okay. He's had a lot of time to do something and really hasn't done much. But
that was kind of my point.
I'd rather take a gamble on Jelani Woods, to be honest. I'd rather take a gamble on
Me too.
Isaiah Likely. I'd rather take a gamble on a grip of other players. So I took Troy Franklin, McCaffrey. I got both of them at the end of the day. I got Wicks. I've got Shakir. I've got Adunze, JSN, Keon Coleman, Tank Dell. My running backs are Barkley, Achane, Pacheco. I got CJ Stroud. So I'm obviously going light wide receiver. I got Trey Benson on top of that. I got Kirk Cousins as well. Dalton Schultz cuffed to my boy Stroud. So we're looking pretty good there. Justin dropping a super chat. Justin says, what do you think of Tyler Lockett? Too old, Smitty to the moon. Not a fan of Tyler Lockett. I know he's been good. He continues to do pretty well, but he's getting up there. How old is he now? When's his birthday? Tyler Lockett is an old man. Tyler Lockett in wide receiver years is an old man. He is
wow,
31 years old. Turns 30.
He'll be 32
before the season. Yeah, he's kept himself pretty healthy, but
I think JSN passes him this year pretty easy.
Yeah. Especially with the gate being open now to 3 wide receivers on like a 70 to 80%, clip. So now JSN's talent can't hold, he can't be held back. His talent will be out there. Not to mention the third wide receiver or the slot wide receiver in a Ryan Grubb offense might be more valuable than the second wide receiver in a 2 wide receiver set that Seattle's been running. And so it doesn't matter if Lockett's still in the lineup or whatever. So, and Lockett might be, they're going to put JSN in the slot at times. I'm sure they're going to put Lockett, and they're going to move everybody around. But, all right, I'm on the clock here. I'm going to make this pick now just because I don't know who I'm picking next. I'm going to grab Penix Jr. just in case anybody's getting cute. I've got Cousins, Penix Jr., and CJ Stroud, so I've got a lot of quarterback firepower. My QB room is solid. My running back stable is phenomenal. My wide receivers are deep as hell. I'd say my last pick has probably got to be a tight end. Let's see here. Should I go with the backup? Should I go with the backup in Houston? I think I'm going to go. It's either Sanders or Kraft. I'll probably go Sanders and take a gamble.
I always go Sanders. I take Kraft with Musgrave.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
I just, Sanders could turn out to not do a lot, but like he's really, really similar to Julius Thomas. He's like the same size. They had very similar 40 times. He's a big physical guy. Like, remember how awesome? I mean, granted, he had Peyton Manning too, but Julius Thomas was awesome as that pass catching guy. I'm not saying he's going to be in for sure, but
yeah,
I like the comparison.
All right, let's go. Let me look at these teams real quick. Okay, so from let's take a look at the Ray G in the 11. AJ Brown, Puka Nacua, Sam Laporta, Travis Etienne, Christian Watson, Joe Burrow, Jonathan Brooks, Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears, Austin Eckler, Ricky Pearsall, Burton. I like the team a lot. That's good. In weekly winners, I mean, this is absolutely the kind of team that can pop off and have a big game, especially later on in the year when Jonathan Brooks becomes a monster. Nathan, I'll check and see why Pacheco's coming in under Jacobs, but it's not crazy to have Jacobs ahead of Pacheco. But I do recently have moved Pacheco a couple spots over him, so I'll see what's holding that back. But either way, they're both super strong 4th round picks, so it's not like one's crazy over the other. But Pacheco is going to move up. I'll make sure I look at that. Ray G, nice job. Superfish with the let's get back in there. Hold on a second. Superfish from the 9 spot. Gibbs, Garrett Wilson, Mahomes, Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, Monty, Fergie. That's a good weekly team right there. Jordan Love, another quarterback just to get into the mix. Ford, I love it. That's a really good team. Very, very capable. Miles with the 8 spot. Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Hurts, Kincaid. Hollywood and Brian Thomas are not bad wide receivers trying what you're trying. I will say that when you go RB, you are pushing the envelope going Hurts and Kincaid after you go RB. Not saying I don't do it. You took the best players on the board. This is where sometimes it leaves you feeling a little imbalanced, but you did smash the hell out of all 4 of your first picks. So it's not like you
made...
That's
an interesting way to go.
It's not like you made a mistake necessarily. Not to mention, looking at the wide receivers there, Diggs, Amari Cooper, Neighbors. I maybe would have went Neighbors there if I didn't want to go Kincaid, but I like what you did. The choices you made were they're wild. Maybe I would have went Coleman. Oh no, you couldn't have. Maybe Scary Terry I would have forced instead of Walker just to get another receiver in there. But past that, I mean, you did a good job deploying that. Let's see, Harrison from the 6, Bijan, Debo, Kelsey, DJ Moore, Ridley, McLaurin, JD5. I love the JD5 pick. Definitely a team that could win it in 1 week. There's no doubt about it. And again, these are not teams that you're necessarily building for the long haul for a whole season. You're trying to build a team that can smash in 1 week and win 20K. I mean, you hope you smash a couple weeks with the same team, but your goal is to have this team come together in 1 week and just outscore everybody in the field, because it's one big bucket of teams. There's no playoffs. There's no brackets. It's literally everybody that drafts in this who scored the most in week 1. There's a live scoring. And when somebody, when you watch this, and let's say Christian Watson catches a 65-yard touchdown, when you're in 15th place, you could drop to like 900 on that one play. It's wild when you're watching the live scoring on these weeklies. And again, you don't ever redraft. It's the same team you did in this one sitting that you take through the entirety of the season, but you can just keep drafting new versions of it, you know. Amon Ra, Drake London, Devontae Smith, Pittman, James Cook, Ramondre, Christian Kirk. This is, again, that team that has good receivers, but I just don't think the other pieces of it, Goff, like, I just don't think that, but it's weeklies. Anything can happen. Tyreek Hill from the 4 spot, Nico, Brandon Ayuk, Amari Cooper, George Pickens, Kittle, Keenan Allen. It's just everybody doing the same. That team doesn't do it for me. I don't care what last year said. It does not doing it for me. CeeDee Lamb, Olave, Josh Allen, Neighbors, Rashad White, Ingram, James Conner. Solid. Shubes, it's good. I mean, you just need James Conner to have a, you know, as long as he's in there, you've got a shot, I think. But once he falls out, who's your other running back after Connor? Zach Moss, that's good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, between White and Moss, you need those guys to deliver the same week these wide receivers and quarterback Josh Allen pop off. So, you know, it's got a shot for sure. Two slots got Jamar Chase, Adams, Waddle, Richardson, Flowers, Aaron Jones, Mostert. Yeah. And rock out, Christian McCaffrey, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, McBride, Joe Mixon, Zamir White, Dak Prescott. Definitely got Tua. Definitely got potential. I like it. Christian McCaffrey, Mixon, and Zamir. DK, Mike Evans. Yeah, easily. Trey McBride, Dak Prescott. Easily a team that could win one of these weeks. Very good squads. 12 spot, Harrison, Kyron, Lamar, Andrews, Kamara, Kyler, Hopkins. I like that team as well. Ray G, again, good job. These are good squads, guys. You did a good job. Weeklies is tough to really say anybody screwed up. It really is. That's what's so fun about weekly winners. It's by far my favorite contest because it takes some of the regurgitation of process out. Not that stacking isn't still important, but when you start taking out the correlations and different things, I think it allows people to have a little bit more fun and draft the players they believe in, not necessarily trying to use in draft with a blindfold on, you know, the statistical probabilities of this and that based on last year's data. I just think you get into weeklies, you start to eliminate some of that thinking. It's still a lot of stacking. There's still a lot of you know, build type theories out there in terms of you got to go heavy wide receiver, etc. But I think weeklies gives you a lot more flexibility, especially given we've only had 1 year of data on it. It gives you a lot of flexibility to say, you know what, I'm going to try my way, and I'm not going to let the pressures of the industry make me draft a certain way and feel, oh, I feel stupid because I'm going running back. Weeklies is a place where it's almost a safe space for drafting like you want to draft. So nice job with the draft, ladies and gentlemen. Looks good. Maybe we do a Dynasty show.
Yeah.
Topic?
Thinking for a topic.
Topic. Who wants to do a Dynasty show? What topic do you want to discuss?
Did Lamb and Zamir White last one.
Let's see. Rookie QBs. We could do that, I guess. I don't know. Rookie QBs. Sleeper running backs. Yeah, we could do sleeper running backs. Sound pretty good. Let's maybe look at that. All right, I'll be back in T-minus 5 minutes. The link to the Dynasty channel. It's a different channel. Link to the Dynasty channel if you're on Twitter. I'm not streaming the 8 p.m. show to Twitter anymore. I'm streaming the Graveyard sometimes to Twitter, but I want my Twitter people to understand that it's not always going to be on Twitter. It's a YouTube show. I've been throwing it over on Twitter for a while now just to get some awareness of it. But here's the Dynasty channel link. So click that link, bookmark it, whatever. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll be live on the Dynasty channel in T-minus 5 minutes. All right, Travis, I'll see you over there.
Should we drop Should we drop the slow draft link? Do you want to drop that in the Dynasty?
Yeah. Let's drop it here. I'll drop it here. Slow draft. Here we go. NFL. $3. Slow draft. Create private link. Here we go. First come, first serve. Jump into the slow $3 draft. $20 goes to first place. 13 goes to second. I think third place gets their money back. It's like a way of mock drafting, but you could win $20. It's so much better than just mock drafting. All right, hit it, do it, smash it, boom. Join that draft. Let me see if I got the totals right on that, the money on that. It's $29. So $20 for first place, $9 for second, and then your money back, $3 for third. So you figure you finish third or higher, you're getting your money back. All right, 678 caller, call on the Dynasty channel. We're going right over there. All right, Travis, we'll see you over there. 5 minutes, be over there. All right. 678 caller, call on the Dynasty channel. We'll be live here in a second. Thank you for drafting with me. Thank you to my super chatters. Super chatters tonight were Rock Out, Sean, Anthony, Navage, Orion, and Justin. Appreciate you guys dropping fire tonight. See you on the Dynasty channel in T-minus 4 minutes.